Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below. Surrogacy laws to be reviewed. Exam testing okay for students with minor COVID. New tobacco laws. And in Kanchanaburi, wild elephants are to have the right of way on the roads. This is the national and local news from Thailand Today, Friday. A joint action by the Thai ministries of Public Health and Education regarding asymptomatic or minor symptoms of COVID in pupils will see universities told to offer 3 types of examination rooms. One for those with proof of COVID clear, another for those considered of any reason to have risk, and the third for those who failed COVID tests but have no symptoms or only minor ones. The changes offer students full and equal opportunity to take tests that will determine their futures. A 72 million baht lawsuit has been processed against a policeman who crashed into and killed a young female doctor on a zebra crossing in the capital, with him charged with numerous offences by the police, including having no insurance, vehicle number plate and speeding. The suit is filed against him and his employer, the Royal Thai Police, with the doctor's parents claiming that he crashed whilst in the workplace, as he had just delivered documents for his employers. The innocent ophthalmologist had been in the process of crossing the walkway, which parents also claim was poorly signposted and without warning to oncoming traffic despite its black and white road markings. Current surrogate laws which prohibit surrogacy between Thai women and non-Thai prospective parents are due to be reviewed, with the Department of Health Service support promoting the idea of commercial surrogacy. If approved, non-Thais will once again, but this time legally, be able to rent a womb, paying qualified Thais being paid by non-Thais and Thais alike, along with medical costs. Changes were implemented several years ago following high-profile cases that saw, for example, a rich Asian non-Thai ordering close to a dozen children, an Australian receiving his child despite a horrendous criminal history in his own country, and the tragic story of baby Gammy, one of 2 twins, where one was healthy and accepted by the parents and the other with birth defects left with the surrogate mother as a reject. Those cases and others saw commercial surrogacy banned in Thailand, with several regulations recommended for qualification as a surrogate mother. No mention in the new package of any background checks on potential parents from overseas. By this morning, it's expected that over 8,000 people will have signed for benefits due to lack of income caused by the dual oil leaks in Rayong province. From beach vendors to fishermen, from resorts to restaurants, each have applied for compensation, as the area remains almost devoid of tourism in some places. This week found several but not all beach areas to still have oil damage, and water to contain petroleum at a significant rate, making them unhealthy for swimmers. What might become known as the Thai fag laws are in the offing. A 5-year plan to curb the consumption of tobacco is working its way slowly through the approval system within the government. Close to 500 million baht is proposed to be spent on awareness education, quit smoking groups across the country, and a greater effort to block illegally imported cheaper cigarettes sold not only on the black market but in some shops too. Tobacco taxation is likely to rise, making them less affordable to many and generating a revenue that can also boost the program. In Kanchanaburi, drivers who come into contact with elephants with their vehicles face up to 10 years jail or extremely high fines. This, as many routes are now marked clearly as potential crossing areas for wild herds. With speeds regulated to 60 km an hour, drivers are being advised to keep an eye out for elephants and, when they are on the roads, it's wise to back up a considerable distance, as many aren't too keen on cars or trucks. Essentially, elephants now have the right of way in Kanchanaburi. Tuesday will see the British consul in our studios answering your questions. That was due to take place last Monday, but was delayed due to family issues. He promises to be with us on Tuesday on 103, and this of course means you still have time to email us or message us via Facebook with any questions or issues that you may have. Meanwhile, at home and in our own province, and this morning we received reports of 811 new cases of COVID variants around the area. 155 in Chonburi, 266 in Silachar, 148 in Banglamung and 44 in Sattahip, most assumed to be Omicron. Nationally, the figures are rising quickly, 18,066 during the same period, with 12,511 said to have recovered and been released from quarantine. Rain from early afternoon continued in the region through the night until this morning, leaving roads extremely slick in some areas and damaged in others. No word on why certain spots where repairs have been made has simply seen water rising and flooding from drains, and a warning should be in effect regarding aquaplaning on the motorway that leads into the city on the Sukhumvit. Hopefully city halls such as those in Pattaya, Nong Pru and Pong will be aware of the failure in some areas and getting contractors back to do the job properly. Of all, the newest is flooding on the new section of Soi Siam Country Club Road alongside the lake, where, despite the potential ease of feeding rain into the lake, deep water continues to gather within minutes of a storm. If you're looking to find out what's on in the city, well, tune in over the weekend, as the news is replaced by a full What's On guide from Megan, revealing several events in the city along with savings and offers at various outlets. And with the Met Office promising highs today of just 28 degrees dropping down to 24 and the continued promise of rain at any time. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program,